What's going on, guys? I got a PlayStation DualSense Edge controller here. I finally got this one in. It's been out for probably 6 months now, and I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. People are raving about this controllers. It's supposed to be like a rival of the Elite 2 controller from Xbox, you know, since Xbox came out with those as well. So yeah, they came out with their own customized controller right here. I have been playing around with this for like a day or two now, and I have to tell you, it's mind-blowing what they've done with this controller. It's the next level of controllers. That's how I feel. So first off, okay, I'm gonna show you this right here. This case right here is a hard shell case. Nothing is coming through this. I mean, this can probably dodge a bullet, I'm pretty sure. This thing is hard shell, both sides, top and bottom. And then you just got yourself a really nice zipper here. It's a dual zipper. It's just an amazing experience with just the box alone. Okay, so then once you open it, you got all your cords and stuff like that up here. Now let's talk about the cord real quick. The cord is actually like a braided cord. It's a really nice braided cord, and it's long. It's really, really long. I mean, you can definitely use this cord from your TV to your couch. Yeah, it's super long, maybe 10 feet. So obviously, if you're looking at the packaging, you already know, what this controller has and everything. But I don't think I fully understood it when I got this thing. So obviously, it looks just like the PlayStation 5 controller, right? But the material is different. So for instance, this is like shiny right here. Let me just see if I can grab the PlayStation controller and then show you. So here's the PlayStation controller right here. Here's the Dual Edge controller right here. Okay, so if you look at them, they're pretty much the same. Now, the material, see how shiny the Dual Edge is compared to this material right here? Yeah. The white right here is kind of the same, but look at the buttons. The button is still like the transparent acrylic buttons, but except it's black now. And then obviously you see this, the whole trackpad is all black as well. The top's pretty much the same. With this trigger button, usually, you use it for gaming, that's, first-person shooter, that kind of stuff, right? So if you were to press it in like this, you have 3 different levels that you can set with this button right here on each individual sticks, okay? So right now, I'm pressing this all the way in, right? But let's say you want a lower profile. Now it stops right there. Now, pop right here, it's even shorter. But on this trigger button right here, it's longer. See that? This is short, this is long. And so you can really customize your controller to your need to specific games. That's just amazing that they've done that. Okay, so since we're in the back, let's look at this real quick right here. There's extra trigger buttons back here. I mean, this is a new thing right here where, you can have trigger buttons on the back of the controller. I've seen this on a lot of newer controller these days. On the back of the Sony controller, you see there's none right here. Now on the Dual Edge, there's these little mounting points essentially. And so you look in the case has these little trigger right here that you can pick from. And so let's say if you want this little stubby thing right here, you can actually grab that and throw it in here. And it's literally, guys, you just put it in there. I didn't even have to push it in. It's like a magnet that goes in. That's it. And then what you do is, as you're playing, this finger right here is gonna, it's a real short travel distance. Just tap onto that, and it feels good. It's not like you're gonna accidentally touch it. You have to have a little like pull to it. See that? So here's the funny thing, right? This little stub right here, it isn't left or right. It's not specific to, this is on the left and the other one's on the right. You can actually put it on both sides. So if I want it to be on this left-hand side, I just pop it right there, and it works that way. And then if I want it to be on the right-hand side, it still works. It's not specific. So that's the little stubby thing that I found interesting. But then there's these full-on trigger right here that you can put in there. So you can customize this to however you want. Anyway, so that's the back of the controller with the extra trigger that you can customize. Now let's get into the other parts of the controller. You know how there are these little stubby, right? Which is the same as the regular PS5 analog controller, right? It's the same. But I can actually now remove this, and it just comes out. Then what you do is you get to pick from these right here. Now they may look the same, but one of them is low profile while the other one is a little bit higher. Okay, so let me see if I can pick that out. This one's a little bit higher. This one is low profile right here. So check this out. There's slight difference to them. You see that? One is higher than the other. Depending on your preference, very minute preference, you can pick one of these, pop it on there, and now you got yourself, I mean, a brand new feel to a controller. But yeah, based on your preference, you got yourself a brand new feel to this controller. I mean, you can leave one stick with one type of joystick while the other one with another. Okay, now let's get into the real weed of this here, okay? There's this little release button back here. You just pull it, and supposedly this right here comes right out. And you can see the inside of this controller. Okay, now check this out. You can actually pull this thing up, and this just comes right out. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And obviously you can swap this thing out. It does not come with anything extra though. You'll have to buy extra parts for this, but it's just the fact that if this ever go out on you, you can swap it out if you want to. Yeah. And you just lock it back. Then once you're done, you put this thing here. Make sure this part right here goes in first, and then you just snap it back down. Okay, so next customization. Okay, there's this little, I don't know, it's like a cord lock, I guess. So I'm not sure why they even need to include this, but it's nice that they did. So what you do is you pop this thing open, and then you put your charging cord in there. It fits perfectly in there. You see that? Close it. And then you plug this in here, and then you lock it. There you go. It snaps like that. Now this thing right here just stays in there. It's not coming off. So you got yourself a wire controller. No one's gonna, you know, accidentally trip over this and then just rip the whole thing off, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. I didn't even talk about this little function button right here at all. Yeah, this is extra right here, guys. There's some extra function button right here that you can customize as well. You got yourself like 4 different extra buttons. Okay, so on top of that, the last thing I want to talk about is, let's say if you want to close this case, okay? And you want to travel with it, but you still want to charge your controller and make sure that it has full battery while you travel. All right, so this actually comes out. You put the controller in, and then you charge it through here. All while it's in the case. Look at this. It's definitely a premium product. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, for the price, it's definitely a premium product. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I mean, the PlayStation 5 controller, just the regular one alone, it's great. It's actually one of the best controller out there that you can get. Obviously, if you own a PlayStation 5, you already know that. But if you've ever used other controllers before, I'm sure you're gonna feel the same way, where the PlayStation 5 controller, it's one of the best controller out there. Now, how do you even make it better? Well, this DualSense Edge controller, to me, just exceed my expectation. Obviously, I went in just knowing a little bit about it, but after exploring all the details about it, yeah, this is an amazing product. I totally recommend it if you have the cash. Definitely grab yourself one and skip getting a second controller. Just see if you can grab yourself a dual edge controller and try it out for yourself. I think it's worth it. I think it's totally worth it. Well, that's it for me, guys. That's the DualSense Edge for PlayStation 5. I hope you find this video useful. Pick one up. I'm out here.